Welcome back. U.S. Treasury Secretary Jack Lew sending a letter to lawmakers over corporate inversions and what he calls the, quote, abuse of the U.S. tax system. Liz MacDonald in the Business Center with the story. Liz.
Yeah, that's right, Maria. Good morning. Treasury Secretary Lew calling on Congress to immediately enact legislation to shut down corporate inversions. That's a practice whereby U.S. corporations move their headquarters overseas to lower their tax bill. What's happening here is the president did submit this idea in his budget back in March, but there's some pushback already in Washington, D.C. on this, Maria. What's happening now is Orrin Hatch out of Utah is saying, hold on a second. If you do this bill, which would grant U.S. companies, where they would have to basically have foreign ownership of 50% or more of their companies if they do move overseas, you would basically have these U.S.-based companies become more attractive targets for foreign takeovers, and U.S. companies would become foreign companies instead. Also, the question marks are rising over the dollar amount that could the U.S. Treasury could gain from stopping corporate inversions, $19 billion over a decade. The debate now, Maria, is instead cut the corporate tax rate. You would get that cash back overseas, back into U.S. shores, and that would increase tax revenues more than $19 billion. Back to you, Maria.
So let me just get this straight here. Jack Lew is trying to push through regulation to stop inversions rather than just going to the drawing board and reforming the tax code?
Yeah, that's right. He's saying as part of a broader effort to reform the U.S. corporate tax code, which is what he's saying what the administration wants. In fact, the president 2 years ago offered a corporate tax rate of 28% versus 35%. They're also talking about basically requiring foreign ownership of 50% or more of U.S. companies if U.S. companies do move their corporate headquarters overseas. Right now, this percentage is 20%. So, but that would effectively make U.S. companies foreign companies. So there's going to be a big pushback on that. Senator Ron Wyden plans to hold a hearing on July 22nd to discuss the matter further. Back to you,
All right,
Maria.
Liz, thank you so much. We're just about